Uh, Hi, YouTube. This is Jacob Johnson. I'm doing my daily 20-minute, I'm going to call it a gratitude journal because I want to get in the habit of measuring my gains, measuring backwards, and hopefully meet some folks along the way who um, are interested in the projects that I'm working on and would like to collaborate with me. So, um, I am grateful for the conversation that I had with my wife about our van prospects. We were gonna just jump right into buying a van, outfit it, and then decide if we liked it or not. And then if we decided that we liked it, we'd keep it, and if we didn't, then we would basically sell it. And kind of no harm, no foul. But it was putting a lot on our plate that seemed like it was taking us off focus from the businesses that we actually want to build. So we decided that a better use of our energy would be trying it out before you buy it. So if anybody knows of a good van, like camper van rental outfit that has camper vans reasonably priced or you know a reasonable rate, please leave me a comment. We'd love to know. We were looking to rent one of these camper vans for probably about a month and see how we like it. So um, so that was a big win today actually because that had been on my mind. Um, my project looks like getting some ukulele songs up on some streaming platforms, starting to collect some royalties. So I've got my Q2 goal, and I think I'm probably going to accomplish that before Q2. So that's pretty exciting. And I accomplished another Q2 goal today, actually. So another big win, actually, which was lock down some additional employment opportunities. So pretty happy with that. Gotta be happy with that. Knocked out an achievement goal today, so I'm gonna have to re-rate one of those achievement goals of mine. Yeah, it's been a big day actually. Been a big good day. Trying to look backwards and taking stock of all the good things on a daily basis. It's too much, honestly. There's too much good stuff. If I do it, if I wait like a week, like I forget all of the amazing stuff that happens. So that's why I'm doing it every day. Um, Looking back and remembering the good things that have happened just today alone. So, uh, let's run through them. I'm just gonna start with the closest thing to now, and then go back to the morning. So, um, the we travel between sits in a SUV, and most of the time it's packed pretty full. But I was actually able to um, move some stuff around so that I created more space and should make the drive, which is a pretty long drive we got coming up, um, much more comfortable. So I should be able to put the seat back a little bit, and that way I'm not so cramped driving the steering wheel. Okay, so that was a good one. I know I'm going to bounce around. I made it to the gym today, so really happy about that. I'm really happy that I scraped my eye, as weird as that's going to sound. That was like the first thing I did this morning. And there was a moment at about 11 o'clock this morning that I was like, I might have to go to emergency care because my eye was just not stopping watering. But with a little eye drop solution, it cleared up. So, like, that was a win. That was a big win. Um, I put into practice a new strategy for um, how I read music, because I don't read music. I just read chords, and my songs, as I get better at playing, get more and more complicated. And so I put in a strategy so that I could know what chords mean what, like finger pattern, basically. So, um, which brings me to the next. If anyone is listening to this and they know chord patterns enough to match them with notes like C sharp major, C sharp minor, E7, that is brilliant, as I do not know that. And the little um, app that I use, that when you strum a chord, it just, maybe it'll show, it doesn't show you the distinctions between if you were like up an octave or down an octave, or up a scale or down a scale. It doesn't show any of that. So what I've been doing is going into like Google or AI or whatever, and sorry, add effects using hand gestures. Turn on reactions to express yourself with a hand gesture in a video. Click. No, I don't want to do that. I don't need this technology to be this smart. I'm just trying to have a conversation, and here it is interrupting. So, thanks, technology. You did it again. Fantastic. So if anyone is good at hearing a note or seeing a fingering pattern on an ukulele and can tell me, what that actual note is, so that I can update all of these songs that I've written, that would be huge, because I don't know what I'm doing there. And of course, I could spend some time and read some music theory and probably figure that portion out. But right now, while I'm just trying to pump out as many songs as I can relatively quickly, it's kind of taken a lesser of importance, because I can still make songs, know what it is that I'm trying to say, and get them recorded. So at the end of the day, it might become more necessary if I actually have to ever get sheet music copyrighted for whatever reason, but right now I don't think I do. But I'll keep you posted if that changes, or if somebody knows, or has some information on the subject. So, yeah. Other good things today. So many. Who doesn't love a good shower? Took a good shower. I recently bought a nice pair of tennis shoes. I hadn't had a nice pair of tennis shoes in like a couple of years, which is kind of shocking considering I work out like 3 days a week and I walk all the time. Like go for walks, like for exercise purposes. And the last pair of tennis shoes that I bought prior to the ones that I have now, I found them at a yard sale. They were $2, and I wore them for 2 years. And I still have them. I'm actually going to keep them because I know that I've got a messy project coming up, and I plan on destroying them. So, yeah, I'm really happy right now. I've got just an excellent pair of sneakers that I spent like a normal amount of money on, and they're fantastic. Trying to think what else was really great. I had a really great dinner. I'll start there. I'm the one that cooks most of the meals in our house, which is fine because I really enjoy cooking. And we did Asian stir fry with shrimp and soy sauce. And I love soy sauce, and it was fantastic. We started a new show called Trying on Apple TV, I want to say. That's very good. It's funny. I may have talked about that in my last couple videos. What else is really good with my situation? I don't know. We're filling. Okay, so we use Trusted House Sitters to find opportunities to pet sit for folks, and we are filling week-long gaps right now that are less than a month away. 2 of them. With like 2 days in between. So it's kind of a tricky situation, and to find some sits that actually line up perfectly with those dates would be a bit of a miracle. But last night I went to bed, and every night part of my bedtime routine is write down 3 things that good happened in your day that you're grateful for, and then go to bed and ask the universe for something very specific. And I asked it to find me a sit, and nothing's locked in stone. But I have 3 prospects for the one sit that I asked for specifically, and I've got another prospect for one that I didn't even ask for. So like, man, it blows my mind. Now, there's an entire book on it, and if it's not a bestseller, it's very close to being a bestseller. It's called The Gap in the Gain, and the concept is by a guy named Dan Sullivan. So, it's well known, you know. But to employ the procedure and see the results are just incredible. So I couple that one with Your Best Year Ever by Michael someone, and it's a very powerful coupling, because one measures backwards, which puts you in this headspaces of you're always winning. You're always winning. If you're always measuring backwards, you're always seeing the progress. And then the other one is you're setting those mileposts for yourself going forward. So you always have an aim. You always have focus. You always have a destination in mind. Whether you hit that destination or not, it's kind of not important. But as long as you're measuring backwards, as you have a focus going forwards, you're always winning. There's never a time where even if something doesn't go the way you want it to, or you think it should have gone, you're going to be able to immediately be in this mindset of, yes, but I learned this, and so that's a win. So that's pretty cool. And then this concept, this was in the book today. Can you imagine one sentence that has affected 300 years of recent human history? Well, I'll tell you, there is. It's in the Declaration of Independence, and it's called Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Happiness. That concept that was written by a person in their 20s, the pursuit of happiness, has been ill-fitted and shows up in our unhealthy culture for 300 years. The concept being, that's articulated in the book, The Gap in the Gain, is that, what? You choose happiness now. You choose it today. Pursuing some idealism is basically fruitless, because that's like chasing down the horizon. It's always moving. So you'll always be unsatisfied if you're always going after the ideal, or the very best, or the most optimized, or whatever it is. Instead, you measure backwards from where you came from, and you see how much progress you made, and you call that a win. So you're winning, so you're satisfied, so you get satisfaction. So that's the beauty of doing something like this. Reminding yourself on a daily basis of all of the wins that you've had just today. Because what that does is it primes your brain to see wins everywhere. And the brain wants more of whatever it is that you feed it. So if you're only feeding it that you're lacking things. You reward that brain when you say, well, I'm lacking this. How do you reward it? Well, you reward it by continuing to say, but I'm lacking this and I'm lacking that and I don't have this and I don't have that. And when I have this, then I'll be happy. And when I have that, then I'll be happy. And the brain's like, okay, this is what we like. This is what we keep going with these because this keeps me going. And that's what I look for. So I'm going to keep seeing these things as though they're unfinished so that I can keep this cycle up. But if instead you say, no, I get to reward my brain every day with the stuff that is good for it and makes you feel like you're a winner and makes you feel like you've achieved your goals and you've achieved happiness, and you can have that right now. You can just go ahead and choose that. Now it's going to take some time for those neurological pathways to become developed, to build those neurological highways in your brain. We got to build those. Those take time. Right now, when you just starting out the practice, they're little footpaths. But if you keep measuring backwards every day and picking out the things that were wins and the things that you learned, those footpaths eventually turn into freeways. So, and then you'll just be a much happier person. So there you go. There's the secret to happiness. Now, the secret to life, that's up to the individual. What's the point of life? Yeah, only you can answer what's the point of your life. That's up to you. That's up to your values. What do you like to do? I like to sing. That really makes my soul sing. I like to play an instrument that makes me feel complete. And I enjoy travel. And I enjoy good food. And I like to be comfortable. I don't have to be gaudy. I just like things to function in a safe and efficient and practical manner. And I like just the basic comforts. And that is the point of a life well lived for me. That's it. Yeah. And then if you can give something back to humanity, like for me, I think the thing that'll probably end up giving back to the world is just maybe a song that you can tap your foot along to or nod your head to that like lifts your spirits a little bit. That's probably about what I'm going to contribute to the world. And I'm really good with that. So anyway, I don't know how I got down that rant. That's my journal. This is day 7 of this 90-day experiment. So far, it's going really good. It's going real good. Hey, Nate Bargatze, if you're watching, I want to be friends with you. Just saying. You're so cool. I don't know. That's about all I got. Jason Sudeikis too. Yeah, love to hang out with you, man. What other really great things happened today? I shared that book with a loved one that is going through some tough times, and lead a horse to water, can't make him drink type of situation, but hope he does. I hope he reads the book. Another big win. Okay, I got a suit from Goodwill for a wedding I've got coming up. Had it tailored. Fits perfectly. They did a great job. So that's another one. Does anybody else do this? Does anybody else find stuff, whether it be Goodwill or yard sale or something, and then you're like, oh, this is so cool, and then you get home and you're like, I'm just curious, if there's a tag on it, you're like, who the manufacturer is, and then you look it up online and you wonder how much it actually costs if you were to buy it new or whatever. It's like a thrill. It's like a thrill. You get it home and you're just like, oh my god, this is 5,000 million bajillion dollars new. I only paid 2 nickels for it. Just makes you feel good inside. No. See you. Love you. Bye.